close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And
YouTube, what's up guys? I don't have a microphone on this camera, so it doesn't sound as good. Kind of grainy. I'll get a microphone for this camera. Today we're going to be lowering my 2008 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. I'm going to do you guys a kind of a how-to, a quick one. I'll show you the existing wire height, how to remove the front and rear, and then I'll show you guys the in-prot. So let me go ahead and show you the existing ride height. So here's the current existing ride height. If you do the finger measure, it's about 4 fingers, quite a bit. It's OEM, it hasn't been changed. I'm not doing coilovers, I'm going to be doing springs that are Racecomp springs. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on here, Racecomp springs. So I'll show you guys how to, yeah, that's the existing height. It'll make the car look completely different. This is something I should have done many years ago. But yeah, that's the first thing we're going to do. So let's go ahead and start the process of lifting up the car and disconnecting the suspension so that we can install the new Racecomp springs. Before you do that, you do lefty-loosey on the lug nuts before you raise the car. Okay friends, now that we have the wheel off, lefty-loosey on the 5 lugs, we have that off. I've purchased brake clean, oh here it is, and of course it's red and black. I'm going to spray some brake clean on the, what do you call that? I can't remember what you call that. The suspension mounting points, so that it loosens them, and then we'll go ahead and be able to pull that apart. That'll be the first step, so we'll go ahead and put some brake clean on it, and then we'll go ahead and loosen those up. And then not only did I do brake clean, I'll do, this is in America, this is very popular, WD-40. It'll loosen it up. The brake clean is just to clean and get the grime off. This should loosen the bolts up so they come free. And then I'm also doing it up here real quick too. Be careful with this, you don't really want to get it on the paint. If you do, you can just wipe it off. If you need something to wipe it off, a Dore Shanley is very nice. Swing by MitchDore.com and you can just wipe it up clean if you sprayed it over. This is a good microfiber, very large. You can do whatever you want with it. It's huge. Use it to wash your car, or get 2, one to have a dirty one to have a clean one. And you can wash it and they do become clean. Pretty nice. Let's go ahead and jump down here below. Okay. So what I've done now is take the 2 19mm bolts out on each side, lifted up the brake rotor, was able to wiggle them off. There's one that has a red dot. Make sure that the one that has a red dot goes on top. And then I'll put those back together all like that. Then I removed the 12mm here, a 12mm here, which I don't think you had to remove this top one right here, but I did it. And then there's a 12mm on the back, right here. There it is. And now this is free. I'm able to actually remove this now. So what I need to do is come up top and remove these bolts here, which I believe they're 14mm. Yeah, they're 14mm. So I'll do that next, and we'll be able to take away the strut or shock or strut or assembly, whatever you want to call it, suspension. Unfortunately for this part, there's no way to get around this without paying some money. You have to have an air compressor and a gun, and you do lefty-loosey. As you guys can see, I have a wall right here. I did lefty-loosey with the gun, so rear to back it off. And then when the spring decompresses, you're supposed to have a clamp. I don't have one, I never have. I just did it, and all it does is shoot the top hat and the mount towards the wall. It doesn't even go that far. It's dangerous. Everyone says this. It is very dangerous, so be careful with it. If you can, do buy a clamp. I don't recommend doing this. This is just the way I did it. So now we're going to go ahead and clean this up and install the new Racecomp spring, which is right here. So here's my Racecomp spring. The large springs are the ones that go in the front, and then here's the difference between the two. Significant, very significant. So this will be nice. All right, this is everyone's favorite part. Ooh. So that's not all the way down. Oh my gosh, it's so much better already. That's not all the way down. The reason I say that is because the spring hasn't set all the way down. Also, I'm kind of on a hill in the garage, but paint already looks a lot better. And that's only the first one. But yeah, we're better. We're way better. Yeah. We'll wait and see. It'll get lower, but it's looking good so far. All right, here is the OEM ride height with RPF ones, and then you can already see here. I need to shine that front lip up. Oh my gosh! Wow. Wow. And that's just the one done. Okay, so I've removed this rear one. You remove the back plastics. There's 4 clips. A clip here, a clip here, and then a clip and a clip. And then you remove the 4 14mm bolts that go on the top of the strut tower or shock tower, and then this one still has it in there. See right there? So you remove those 14mm. Once they're out, you remove the 17mm, which is the long bolt right here, and that goes in like that. Once you remove that, it'll pop off. Use WD-40. Here is this new. It is a Racecomp spring. Right there, Racecomp Engineering. We'll go ahead and clean this rear strut or shock, whatever you want to call it, and I'll slide this new Swift one on, and then reinstall. This one literally is 3 bolts to remove this, and 2 plastic clips on each side. Very, very, very simple. I do want to clean it though, because it's pretty dirty. So what I'm doing now is I have 2 McPherson spring clamps for the new Racecomp Engineer, and I'm clamping that on so I can get the top hat on. I have to use my impact gun to tighten this down, and it'll get them closer together and allow me to put the top hat on. So you have to do this. You don't have enough strength to push down on it. Alright, so I have to be honest, I've become a bad YouTuber. I forgot to film a lot of the install, but I'm going to go over and show you real quick where it is, because the EVO is done. And it's lowered, and it looks good. So I do have the hood open. Hold on. So I do have the hood open right here, as you guys can see. And then I also have the trunk open, because I was going to show you, I'm not completely done, but I wanted to show you kind of what it looks like. So this is what it looks like lowered. These are Racecomp springs. Unfortunately, I don't know too much about them. I do know that I think they came with maybe the MR, or they came with something. So you guys can DM me on Instagram to let me know more about that. I don't know. But that being said, this is what the ride height looks. When we first started the video, it was 4 fingers. Now it's probably just about, I can barely fit 2 in there. I feel like the rear on the driver's side, for some reason, I'm not sure, I feel like it's the lowest. Yeah, it's very nice. So I could put 4 fingers before. It was a 4-finger car. Now it's a 2-finger car. Much better, much better. Very aesthetic, very, very aesthetic. I'm very pleased with these springs. I do recommend them. Racecomp springs. I'll try to put a description in the below, but I did want to show you that I did tighten up this bolt right here and reinstall the rear strut, and then I did tighten the top hat mount to reassemble the rear. I didn't really video much of that, and then I re-tightened all the lug nuts, and all it was 1 bolt back here. Very simple. I did miss that, and I do apologize. But the front lip looks really good. You can see how low and aesthetic it looks. Very, very, very aesthetic. The front end looks extremely good. Very low. I mean, this is still probably 4 fingers away, but it looks great. Very, very satisfied with these springs. And then I left the hood open just to show you guys that I tightened these right here. I did do some different changes to my EVO. I did remove the AEM air box and went with just a kind of short ram intake, I guess is what you'd call this. I'm not sure what they call it on the EVO. And then I got a new filter, red filter on it, kind of make it look cool. I would like a valve cover cap, which I don't have. And then eventually I would like some new intercooler piping The charge piping is not very aesthetic on this car. I would probably like to get wrinkled black all the way through, just how I have the wrinkled black top charge mount. But yeah, so this is the install for that. I hope you guys enjoy that. I will put the rear plastics back in real quick, and then I'll show you that. I'll put these plastics back in. So then I reinstall the plastics. I do not have the carpet for the back. I would love to have one. The car didn't come with one, but I would love to have one. That'd be nice. Now that's all done, so pretty much done. I'm gonna close this, and that's the EVO with the springs on there. Really sick. Let's close the hood and call it a day. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next one.
Waste what's left, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways.